I know there are quite a few videos of people talking about their experience with the Disney College program, but my experience is slightly different because I was accepted to the program, but I had to turn down their offer. So like many, I grew up in a Disney household, and it had always been a dream of mine to someday work at Disney World. I'd been looking at the college program since I entered undergrad, and I attended one of the webinar sessions they held at my campus, where they go over some of the basics of the programs and you can chat with representatives. But I unfortunately came to realize that there was going to be no way that I'd be able to fit the college program in my schedule. Doing the college program is essentially like taking a semester off of school. I know they offer classes through the college program, but I was a geology and Spanish double major with a history minor, and I was also on the editorial board of the newspaper for all 4 years, so I really just couldn't make the academic sacrifice to take an entire term off to do the college program. During my senior year of undergrad, I decided that my primary plan would be to apply to master's programs in geology. But because funding and acceptance is always up in the air, I wanted something that could serve as a backup or a gap year if needed. And this is when I realized that the Disney College program would be perfect for this, because you can still apply to the program if you've graduated from school within the last 6 months. I was graduating in June 2015, so I decided to apply for the fall 2015 program. Applications for the college program typically open up in mid to late January, but I waited to apply until mid-February because I was still waiting to hear on some grad school offers. So I sent off my application on February 17th, and this is really one of your very standard web-based applications for a job. In this application, I ranked my top choices as attractions, merchandise, and concierge/hotel. If your base application here passes Disney's basic qualifications, you'll then be invited to a web-based interview. About 2 hours after I sent off my base application, I got an email that I had been invited for the web-based interview. The web-based interview is much more situational and personality-based. I find that this is pretty standard with a lot of other web-based type interviews for applications. Rank things on a scale of what you would be most likely to do. How would you react in this situation? These are the questions where you can kind of easily figure out what the right answer is, or you can at least know what they're looking for. So the web-based interview isn't necessarily something that you need to practice for, it's more so to do with kind of how you are as a person and do you fit the type of person that Disney is looking for. Very shortly after I completed my web-based interview, I got an email that I had been selected for a telephone interview. I scheduled my phone interview for 3 days later on February 20th, and it was at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, which was 7:45 p.m. Central Time where I was, so a little bit different than it is in the evening time. I typically hate talking on the phone. Making phone calls is one of my greatest fears, and all my friends and family know that. But the phone interviewer I had made me feel so comfortable. She was absolutely amazing and really had the Disney difference that so many Disney employees have. In the phone interview, they're looking to get to know you a little bit better and see how well you would fit into the roles that you're looking to apply for. So of course, they're going to ask you things like, do you follow the Disney look? Do you have any tattoos or piercings? Which I absolutely have none, so I follow that perfectly. Since I had selected attractions, merchandise, and hotel concierge as my top choices, they asked questions related to those fields, such as for attractions, what might you do if there was a guest who was too short to ride a ride? How would you handle that situation? Have you ever been faced in any emergency situations, and how would you handle yourself? Can you tolerate the heat? Would you be okay with and able to memorize long scripts and repeat them? Merchandise, have you ever worked with handling money before? Do you have any retail experience? And concierge, what would you say if a guest was looking to spend the day at the beach? So in the phone interview, you really do want to be professionally prepared for this. Even though you're not going to meet face to face with a person, you still want to present yourself as if you were. And thankfully, like I said, my phone interviewer, she was so nice, so it was super easy to be extra personable with her. Now, I also made note in my phone interview that I had specifically applied to the fall program because I went to a school that was on trimesters, meaning that we did not graduate until mid-June. So a few hours after my phone interview, I received a generic thank you for interviewing email. And then a week later, on February 27th, I got the email that I had been accepted to the college program. So in total, it was only 10 days between me sending off my base application and receiving my acceptance. In my offer letter, it said that my position was attractions, which I was super excited about because that was my top choice. but it also said that I had been accepted to the Fall Advantage program. Now the Fall Advantage program begins in late May/early June. And normally Fall Advantage would be awesome because you get to spend all that much more time at Disney. But like I said, my school was on trimesters, which is pretty rare for a school, so I was not going to be graduating until mid-June, meaning that I would either have to entirely miss my graduation or fly back for my graduation. So at this point I had received 2 acceptances to graduate programs, but I hadn't heard anything about funding, and I was still waiting to hear about acceptance and funding decisions for my 2 top choices. So here I've been accepted to the Disney College program, really a dream, but for Fall Advantage, really meaning that I would have to miss out on my graduation. So I then had to make the difficult decision to turn down the college program and just hope that everything would work out with grad school. But thankfully everything did work out with grad school. Even though I had applied to just master's programs in geology, I was offered a PhD spot at Arizona State University, where I am currently today. And I'm super happy, but I always think of what might have been if I had been able to do the Disney College program. There's always going to be a part of me that's sad that I never got to do the Disney College program, but at least I know Mickey Mouse liked me enough to accept me to the program. And my plan is at least one day, maybe when I'm retired from whatever I'm doing, likely an actual geology-related career, I can get a job at the parks as a ticket taker or something in my old age. But for now, I guess I'll just be enjoying Disney as a guest and thinking about the next time that I'll be able to visit.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do consider subscribing if you'd like to see more Disney and Pin related content. And I hope you have a Zip-a-Dee-Doo Disney day!